Yo guys, LazyJamie here, and today we're checking out a video called BTS Are Just People, the real BTS. Now here's the thing, okay? It's been a while. So look, it's good to be back. I'm back to recording regularly. I keep saying this, but I actually am this time. However, this time we're looking at a video called BTS Are Just People. Now here's the thing, right? I don't know exactly what to expect from this, but people suggested this. Quite a few people did actually, so I thought, you know what? I'll have a look, you know? I like BTS, I like making videos. It's just a win-win. The downside is that it's very, very warm in here right now, and my head is sweaty McGee already, but it's worth it, right? There's a lot behind BTS in the past that people don't know if they've only started following them recently, and I'm not talking like I'm a super fan or anything, but of course, if you've seen a lot of videos of them like I have, you'll know that they weren't always like this, you know, they didn't just come naturally, it's not in their genes, or they're not just naturally talented, which it sounds like an insult, but what I mean is, they've worked hard to get where they are, you know, so, let's have a look. Here we are, we're gonna have a look at this now. Enough rambling on, it's time to go in, and it's time to sweat some more apparently. If you enjoy, make sure you subscribe to join the Lazy crew today. Why do I say it like that? Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to join the Lazy crew today, and also turn notifications on if you haven't already, because yeah, you kind of need those on, otherwise you probably won't see my video, because YouTube just isn't nice to me nowadays, you know? That's why I now have a Patreon, and it helps a lot, so thank you for everyone who's supportive of that as well. But yeah, let's have a look at this. Let's just go straight into it, boy. I am now recording, and let's go. It's a lot easier doing that than what I usually do to sync up, so let's go. Oh, this is by JK, by the way, who is one of my top favourite BTS channels, you know, for BTS edits and stuff. I think my favourite is probably Bangtan SUS or SUS, however it's said. That editing is really funny, but this one, classic. Oh, well, that was a bit loud. That's a classic. Struggles, okay. Personal stories, friendships. It's like a movie. Family, love, members, army. I called it. Of course, okay, let's go. I'm not going to pause too much in this. I usually pause a lot, but it's got to be a bloody long video otherwise, so let's go. Are we going to get emoji? Is this what he's saying now then? Yeah. Do you think there should be rules for idols? What's... Sad, man. That's the thing, you see them being happy a lot, and you see these compilations like BTS, funny moments and stuff, which of course they do have fun and stuff, but there's also the side of it where there's so much expected of them. Maybe not so much like in Western culture, but I know in Korea it's a big thing where these idols have to be, you know, the perfect size, the perfect shape, otherwise people aren't happy with them and they might get like scrutinized and penalized. Like that's why Jimin was so, you know, anxious about his weight and things, but I don't know. Like one time before, I said in the video it was quite mean of people to expect this of them, but then someone was like, "Well, that's just Korean culture. That's what they expect of them." But still, I don't know. What do you think? Leave comments.
저 같은 경우는 성격이 회사는 그렇게 이제 밝고 좋고 하지만 저는 제 고민을 누군가한테 그렇게 크게 얘기한 적이 별로 없었거든요. 솔직히 저희는 이제 멤버들 하나하나 다 어떻게 보면 진짜 어린애거든요.
They're still young. They really are.
제가 짝짱으로 여자애 한명 있었고 전화로 고백을 하려고 했는데 그게 비오는 날이었어요. 전화를 안 받았어요. 정말 슬퍼서.
Oh man! So you didn't call her again?
그때는 아버지를 존경했어요. 따라서 회사 빅히트에 캐스팅이 되고 나서
Well, they switched sides.
가수의 꿈을 갖게 되었죠. 베이징에서
Hell yeah. Well, Jin was happy at least.
최초 중간에서 만났었거든요. 그렇게 한번 겪고 나니까 갑자기 무섭더라고 무대가. 내가 여기서 뭘 하고 있는 거지?
Why do they have to cancel it?
좋아야 될 때
because of it. But like, what did he do?
교사에서
Wait, did it say what he did, and that's why it was cancelled? My dream. Oh no. Oh no, it didn't say what.
이게 좋아야 될 때 좋지를 못하더라고요. 교사에서 안 싸웠겠어요.
Fighting.
가족들이랑 있었던 시간보다 아마 이 친구들이랑 있었던 시간이
That's so cute, man. They live together, don't they? They just do everything together, and it's just mad to think that. It's just crazy to think that how long they lived without knowing each other, and now they're basically family. You know, that's just how it is.
저는 연습생 됐을 때는 미래에 대한 걱정은 데뷔 전까지는 크게 없었던 것 같아요.
I see.
되게 작아 보이는 거예요. 생각해보면 아 우리 충분히 뛰어나다라고 생각을 했었어요.
How small he is.
그때부터 이제 걱정이나 불안감이 점점 생기기 시작.
Don't feel insecure, Joan Cook. We all love you. But this brings something like hits me as well, because I was thinking before of how like think of people that you know now and who you're friends with, and how long you lived without even knowing them at all, and how much different your life was then. And in the future, you might not even know them in the future. It's hard to explain, but you know, life is just weird. My heart, dude. Not like a tomato.
하나야. 이런 말 맨날 장난스럽게 하거든요. 근데 7명을 다 봐주셨으면 좋겠는 마음도 있어요. 그게 제일 저한테는 제일 커요. 단탄히 7명이잖아요.
Yeah. Of course, some of the members are going to be more popular. It's just inevitable.
학생 때 저희 어머니가
Oh, this is where Jin cries. No.
어머니 친구들이 아들 자랑을 하면 그냥
I've seen this before as well.
그냥 묵묵히 듣고 계시더라고요.
It's actually tugging at my heartstrings,
좋은
mate.
무대를 보여드릴 수 있어서 엄마 아빠 사랑해요.
이렇게 안 좋은
Not today. I'm still keeping up my record of not crying in videos. It's never gonna happen. Well, probably not.
생각을 하게 되면 자신감이 자꾸 떨어지게 되니까 걱정을 많이 하게 되니까 이게 다운이 됐을 때 이거에 저는 제일
Jimin, I feel like Jimin's face has changed a lot. Like not just once, but it like keeps on changing. Like he went from being like chubby face, people would say. He wasn't even chubby. It's just he had a rounder face to being like a lot skinnier. Then it seems sort of like bigger again and more defined. I don't know.
우리 형들이 저한테 가르쳐 준 거잖아요. 서로 한 발짝만 눌러주면 되는 건데.
Second best. Where are these like interviews from anyway? They're quite serious ones. I've only ever seen the like funny interviews. Ah, I see. That's a good mess for it. Look. BTS is a wallet. One of the better. What he's saying, he is better than the rest of them now. Wow. $1 million. That's mad, isn't it? That's just mad. Damn, jeez. I'm hoping he's eating better now, because I remember I made that video before about him dieting, and then everyone after was like, he's better now. So I was glad to see that. Do you think? The daily grind, man. Oh, this one. Oh. I'm glad it doesn't have the visuals of it. Oh, this gets to me, man. I'm really glad we get to see these sort of things as well, especially me, because I don't know, I haven't followed them for the longest time. You know, it's been like over a year at this point, but I'm sure a lot of people watching would have followed them for a lot longer than me. But people who, like, for example, just see the BBMA performance and that's it. They'll think, oh, they're serious, for example. They seem serious, they don't seem like a lot of fun, they just like looking cool. But then they're actually, you know, they're funny, they're emotional, they're honest, they're modest.
예, 그런 우울함과 고독을 다 가지고 있잖아요. 저도 제가 세상이 무섭고 내가 너무 슬프고 외롭고 그런 것들을 해소하고 그 사람들도 그런 걸 듣고 보면서 그런데도 위로를 받았으면 좋겠어요.
And then their words are meanings, you know. So many people nowadays just make songs about how successful they are and how much money they have and how much, which of course Yoongi has done at some points, but that's his more like, you know, less, I don't know how to describe it, but look, they make, their music changes lives, it really does, and not a lot of people can say that. Why stop at 40, mate? You make it 80. Ah, I see. Hey. Oh. Why not?
공개된 날 하루 동안 인터넷을 못 봐요.
Oh, this is a new video as well. Fake love as well.
무대를 할때
J-Hope!
부모님 얼굴을 봤어요.
I love J-Hope. I love all of them, but J-Hope has a special place in my heart too.
너무 기뻤고요. 정말 사랑합니다, 다들. 감사해요.
I feel like, no, honestly, they're all themselves. They don't put on any front or facade, but I feel like J-Hope especially, he just does what he wants. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what other people think. He does silly things. He's just himself, you know, and I love it. I feel like he's the funniest as well, in my opinion, but Jin, real talk.
저희 아버지가 되게 엄하신 분이 어릴 때 어딘가에 여행을 자주 가고
Maybe that's why he's more of a serious person now. That's so cute. That's so nice of him as well. He's experienced a childhood that maybe he didn't have as an ideal childhood. Not saying it's a bad one if you have strict parents. That's not necessarily bad, but he's seen that and he's thought, I don't really want my child to feel the same, so he's going to be more playful with them, which is nice, you know. At least it goes, you know, at least it came out with something good in the end, you know, where he's going to like pass on something better. I don't know how to describe it. There's quite a big age gap, really, isn't there? The youngest to the oldest, isn't it? Like 7 years, or maybe 6. Which doesn't sound a lot, but that is quite a lot, you know. So Jungkook, for example, will probably end up more mature than most people his age because of who he's been around. A lot of Jungkook and Yoongi in it. Jungkook. Yeah, exactly. Really? It was a new feeling. At least he's laughing about it now, you know. Of course it's a sad time for something like that to happen. If it's happened to you as well recently, sorry that's happened, but you get over it eventually, you know. I'm sure he didn't laugh at first. If anything, maybe he cried, but now he's laughing, and that's what it's all about, moving on from things and maybe making a joke of it. And if you can't, at least just try not to think about it too much. Thinking about the past isn't going to change the past, so you're going to have to live with it somehow. If humour is a way of getting through it, then so be it.
못하는 항상 저희 팬들이라는 생각보다 여러분들과 같이 손을 잡고
That's what I'm talking about right there, man.
생각을 하면서 올라가는 길이
They know that without their army, they wouldn't be anything. Because they've experienced being unsuccessful in the past and they've built their way up slowly. That's why people like them are a lot more humble than people who like became famous because of their relatives, for example. They're like, oh yeah, they already have everything given to them.
이분들은 저희에게 진짜 감동을 주게 만드는 존재들인 것 같아요.
그런 말씀들을 해주세요. 요즘 너희가 너무 잘 돼서 좋은데 내 삶은 아직 내 꿈은 아직 제자리에 있는데 너희들이 멀리 가는 것 같아서 나랑 같이 시작했는데
Ah, I see.
너무 좋지만
That's interesting.
근데 제가 앞서 아까 드린 말은 저희도 저희를 잊지 못했어요. 우리가 할 수 있을 거라고, 우리가 잘 될 거라고. 저희도 했습니다.
We made it. Yo! Firstly, what a dramatic ending. Secondly, what a nice video, genuinely. Because as much as I enjoy doing videos, and they are my favourite ones, you know, funny videos, like crack videos for example, and have a good laugh, it's also nice to see these sort of videos as well. And I'm glad it wasn't all just sad, depressing stuff. J-Hope had a laugh, you know, you did see them smiling in there. There were some happy things like Jin saying how much it's improved, but it also gives a bit of insight into what they've done in the past, you know, as in like how far they've come and how sad it is. But look, wait one second, I need to quickly check something on my computer. Right, okay. Yeah. It was sad, to some degree, but it was nice, you know? And that's the thing, you can look back at sad times and you can either think, oh, I wish I did this differently, or you can look at the good things that you have now and think, I'm glad I did that. And if things for you right now, you know, you personally aren't going great, just remember, eventually, it will improve. And you may not think it will, you know. I've had many times in the past where I've thought things are just bad, and you think of right now, you think right here, right now, it's over, you know, it's the end of the world, and it feels like nothing's gonna get better and everything's closing around you. But you gotta remember about all the other things in life that you haven't done yet, you know, all the other things you still can do, things you can still enjoy that you haven't even tried, you know, the millions of places in the world you've never been, and it's not over right here, right now. So things will get better, trust me. And I'm not just saying that, you know, so many people say this and they've not been through bad times. And for me, I've not been through a lot of terrible stuff, you know. I've had bad times, I've had sad times, I've had depressive times, genuinely, which I've never really spoken about before, but I'm not going to get into that. Listen, it's going to be a long video. However, thanks for watching, and I hope you are doing well, and if you're not, you will eventually. Believe in yourself. I do believe in you. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment suggesting what I could check out next. Could be another BTS video, happy or serious, good or bad, sad or rad. Let me know and I will have a look, because I'm back into uploading and I'm happy that I am as well, because you know, I'm just looking forward to it. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you're new and you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to join the Lazy crew today and turn notifications on if you haven't already. Yeah, cheers.